Today we will talk about an ancient civilization where justice was not for the faint of heart. In the history of punishment, the Safavid Empire takes center stage. Imagine a world where hands were severed, where castration became a chilling tool of retribution, and where public humiliation was the norm. So, let's get started. The Safavid dynasty ruled Iran from 1501 to 1736 and played a crucial role in shaping the country's history. During this time, various ethnicities and languages came together to form a united nation, which was made possible by the remarkable Declaration of 12. This movement was ignited by Artabal, the esteemed leader of the Sufi order of Safavid, and Iran adopted a Shi'ism as its official religion. But before we go any further, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. The Safavid lineage can be traced back to the Ali Afaf order, which initially followed the Sunni branch of Islam and the Shafi school of law. However, they underwent a remarkable transformation and embraced Shi'ism as their guiding faith. This shift towards Shi'ism was driven by their deep devotion to their beliefs and was officially embraced under the leadership of Sheikh Junaid, their fourth leader. During the 13th century, the Islamic world faced the challenges posed by the Mongol invasions. In this tumultuous period, Iran emerged as a stronghold of power and enlightenment, leaving an indelible mark on the canvas of history. Shah Abbas the Great, who reigned from 1588 to 1629, played a pivotal role in the rise and resilience of the Safavid dynasty in Iran. This period witnessed the aftermath of invasions that shattered the Abbasid Empire and disrupted the Eastern Islamic world. In the midst of this chaos, the Afaf order, a mystical and impartial group centered in Artabal, nurtured a devoted following of Persian mystics. Ismail I, the sixth leader of the Afaf order, formed a remarkable alliance with the Akayunlu Turkish white sheep. He united various dissatisfied groups, including the Kisilbash, local Turkmen tribes, and other factions, and swiftly conquered vast territories, including Baghdad and Mosul in Iraq. Despite coming from a predominantly Sunni region, Ismail boldly declared Shi'ism as the official religion and incorporated its practices into the mosques under his rule. However, Ismail faced a major setback in the Battle of Chaldiran in 1514 against Selim I, the Sunni Ottoman ruler. The Safavids lost territory and became embroiled in wars against the Uzbeks in the northeast and the Ottomans in the west. Ismail's son, Shah Tahmasp, took power and faced further challenges, including Turkmen incursions into Iran, leading to a decline in the Safavid dynasty. Amidst this adversity, Shah Abbas emerged as a visionary leader. He ruled from 1588 to 1629 and transformed Iran into a powerful state through military victories and astute governance. He promoted trade and communication, connecting the West and the East, and relocated the capital to the magnificent city of Isfahan. The Safavid architecture reached new heights, with landmarks like the Masjid Asha, now known as the Masjid of Shah, adorning the skyline. During the post-1979 Iranian Revolution, a significant rise of Medan Isha Christian missionaries occurred, entwined with the historical backdrop of the Safavid dynasty. After a period of decline under Shah Abbas, there was a brief glimmer of hope during the reign of Shah Abbas II from 1642 to 1666. However, a tumultuous and momentous chapter in Iran's history unfolded in the year 1722, when the Ghazi Afghans revealed their might and conquered the great city of Isfahan, dealing a severe and devastating blow to the reigning Safavid Empire. For the following 7 long and arduous years, the Safavid Empire faced the challenges of internal strife, external threats, and political turmoil. The once glorious and powerful Shah Tahmasp II, who had been forced into exile during the Afghan invasion, tirelessly worked to gather support and muster the resources necessary for a daring and audacious reconquest of his lost throne. Shah Tahmasp II succeeded in reclaiming his rightful place as the ruler of the Safavid Empire, and Isfahan, the jewel of the empire, was once again under his control. However, the Shah's triumph was short-lived, as he faced a treacherous betrayal from within his own ranks. His loyal lieutenant, Nadar Koli Beg, who had fought alongside him in the reconquest of Isfahan, turned against his leader and orchestrated a coup d'etat, seizing power for himself. Nadar Koli Beg, now known as the formidable Nadir Shah, ascended to the throne in 1732, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the Safavid Empire's history. While the Safavids are celebrated for their cultural achievements and innovative spirit, their legacy also reveals a darker side: their reputation for enforcing the empire's laws with unwavering severity. Infamous for their unconventional methods, some of the Safavids' rulers' punishments continue to shock even today. In the realm of the macabre, one of the most peculiar punishments in Safavid history unfolded: the harrowing torment of the Homa bird during the reign of Shah Abbas I. In the year 1602, the mythical creature known as the Homa bird held a captivating allure, believed to possess miraculous healing powers, and bestow good fortune and prosperity. However, when audacious merchants at Isfahan dared to smuggle out this revered creature, they incurred the wrath of Shah Abbas I. Stripped of their dignity, they were bound naked to posts and subjected to the gruesome punishments of having their noses severed. Paraded through the streets with the Homa bird tied around their necks, their lives are tragically extinguished. Another haunting tale emerges from the early 16th century during the reign of Shah Ismail I, the mysterious punishment of the one-eyed cat. Legend has it that a feline with a solitary eye audaciously ventured into the royal palace, defiling the sacred throne with its excrement. Consumed by rage at this act of disrespect, the Shah demanded swift retribution. The hapless cat was captured, bound to a post, and subjected to a merciless deluge of scalding hot oil, meeting its torturous demise under the Shah's wrathful gaze. In the era of Shah Abbas I, the echoes of justice resonated with terror. For those ensnared in the treacherous web of adultery, the Shah's wrath descended upon them with an unforgiving cruelty. One unfortunate man, deemed a betrayer, met a macabre fate. He was sewn into a sack and cast into the merciless river. Meanwhile, the woman, a witness to her lover's watery demise, stood as a haunting testament to the consequences of forbidden passion upon the nearby bridge. Another harrowing tale of infidelity unfolded, where a woman's treacherous affair with her own brother-in-law sealed their shared destiny. In a decree befitting their transgressions, Shah Ismail sentenced them to a horrifying end. Both would face burial alive, entwined in the unforgiving embrace of the earth. Within the depths of the Safavid Empire, torture served as a method to extract confessions and inflict unspeakable agony. The bastonado, a ruthless tool, subjected individuals to the striking of their souls with a stick, bending them to the breaking point. Prisoners writhed in pain, their souls and secrets laid bare under this torment. During the reign of Shah Abbas I, there were silk weavers who deceived people by selling them poor-quality silk. The Shah, filled with anger, decided on a punishment that would shock everyone who saw it. The weavers had their hands cut off because those hands were used to deceive. They were then paraded through the streets of Isfahan with their severed hands tied around their necks, a terrible sight for all to witness. In the middle of the 17th century, a dwarf got caught stealing from the royal treasury. The Shah came up with a humiliating punishment for him. The dwarf was dressed in women's clothes and paraded through the streets of Isfahan, sitting on a donkey. He wore a sign around his neck that said, "I am a thief." People mocked and scorned him as he carried the weight of his actions for all to see. Even the eunuchs, who were once trusted servants in the Safavid courts, faced a grim fate if they disobeyed the Shah or engaged in immoral behavior. During the reign of Shah Abbas II, a eunuch who stole met a terrible end. He was castrated and then swiftly beheaded, a punishment reserved for those who betrayed the trust placed in them. In the mid-16th century, a poet named Mirza Salman dared to write satirical verses, mocking the Safavid court. The Shah, furious at this audacity, devised a cruel punishment. Mirza Salman was tied to the back of a donkey and paraded through the streets of Isfahan. Each lash upon his back served as the consequence of dissent. Eventually, he was exiled to a remote part of the empire, silenced but not forgotten. The Safavid Empire is known for its tales of harsh and brutal punishments. One example is the fate of silk merchants who dared to smuggle silk out of the empire. They were tied to horses and dragged through the streets of Isfahan until they died. Such punishments leave a dark stain on the Safavid legacy. However, amidst this darkness, the Safavid Empire also fostered a vibrant and flourishing culture. The Safavid rulers themselves were great patrons of the arts, supporting Persian literature, music, and architecture. They played a pivotal role in the development of the Persian language, nurturing a rich tradition of poetry and storytelling. Persian culture thrived during their reign, leaving a lasting impact on history. This paradoxical nature of the Safavid Empire reveals itself, a powerful empire with a reputation for harsh punishments, yet also a champion of Persian arts and culture. Extreme methods were employed to maintain order, from punishing mythical creatures to executing those involved in adultery, showcasing a commitment to enforcing the empire's laws. With that said, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.